Hello, my dear aviation-friendly audience and the pilot trainees. I hope you are enjoying my lessons and benefiting for your training. Here is the first lesson of the new year 2025. And my new year resolution is that I will keep on adding more and more lessons to benefit the student community. Okay, now today's lesson is on aviation tidbits, which are technical lessons and technical questions and answers, primarily from the examination point of view. And today we are going to cover the term aerodynamics in a turn. Okay. Now, to put on a turn, this is the aircraft with the wings level. Here, lift is equal to the weight in a straight and level flight. And let's do a turn. And now at the moment, we are talking about a level turn. The aircraft will start putting in a bank to create centripetal force, which will turn the aircraft. Along with the turn, the pilot must give the rudder, corresponding rudder, for a balanced turn. If the rudder is excessive, the aircraft skids. The yaw is on the other side. And if the bank angle is more, aircraft slips. Slipping means the aircraft is drifting inside the turn. So these two must be balanced. And for a balanced turn, you have an instrument called turn and slip indicator or turn and balance indicator. And read this lesson along with turn and balance indicator in my navigation lessons, because these questions are asked in navigation as well as technical exams. So don't forget to read the lesson in navigation lessons also. A lesson on turn and slip indicator, turn and skid and slip indicator. Right. Now this pilot, you are looking at it from the front, has given a left turn. The left wing has gone down from the horizon, and this angle with respect to the horizon and the wing, either wing, is called the bank angle theta. As the aircraft starts turning now, the lift also starts tilting towards left inside the turn, because the lift is perpendicular to the flight path. Now you'll find that the aircraft will start losing height, because this is the resultant lift. It is now being divided in two parts. One is the vertical component of lift, which is looking after the weight of the aircraft, and other is the horizontal component of lift, which is creating the centripetal force. And if you keep on increasing the angle of the bank, the lift component starts tilting more and more towards horizontal, and vertical component keeps falling. So first step that your instructor will tell you is give a backward push to your stick, which means backward pressure means you are increasing the angle of attack. Now, when you increase the angle of attack, the drag will increase. And now you increase the angle of attack to increase your lift more than the weight. And now you'll have to increase the thrust to look after the increased drag. So during a turn, lift is more than the weight and thrust is more than the drag. That is the arrangement of forces. If you put a 90 degrees angle of bank, then the complete lift becomes horizontal, and there is no vertical lift to look after the weight. and aircraft will lose height. So theoretically, you can answer that yes, 90 degrees turn is not possible. So as far as the bank angle is concerned, every aircraft does not have the capability or the engine power to look after the drag which keeps on increasing. On the ground, your load factor lift is equal to weight in the air in a certain level of flight. And what is a load factor? The dead load of an aircraft is the aircraft weight on the ground, that is mass into 1g, 1 gravity. Whereas in the air, during a turn, the weight of the aircraft becomes more, which is called live load. It is weight plus the turning and acceleration forces, which have to be looked after by the lift. And that is live load by dead load is known as the load factor. The value of load factor is 1 by cosine theta, that is the bank angle. At 60 degrees, for example, the load factor is 1 by cosine 60, which is 2, which is now your live load. And this turn will now be called 2G turn. So depending upon the aircraft power, every aircraft is not capable of doing 2G, 3G turns. So do not try to attempt 60 degrees, 80 degrees angle of bank. If you've seen a fighter pilot doing it, you don't try it unless you have been trained for it and your aircraft is capable. The fighter pilots wear, that's a G suit or the pressure suits, because as these gravitational forces increase, the blood starts rushing towards your feet and you could even blank out. Okay, so you could face a blackout or red out. Red out means the eyes becoming red. Blackout means you are still conscious, but you can't see anything. Blackout. So unless you're wearing a G suit, do not try these high bank angle turns. Well, if you want to do it, then join the Air Force, fly the fighters. Now. So now we'll see that at 60 degrees angle of bank, the live load is double of that required for straight run level. Lift required is double of that. And the speed to be maintained will also be more. That is, old speed into square root of the load factor will be your new speed. During a turn, the stalling will occur at the same angle of attack. Stalling is at same angle of attack, but the speed will be higher. That will be the old stalling speed into the square root of load factor. Next. Now, during a turn, this is an aircraft and he has gradually turned by 180 degrees to the right. And for a turn, the aeroplane needs a radius of turn. And higher the speed, more is the radius of turn required. This is not a cycle which can turn on the spot, right? Now, bank angle theta, the true airspeed of the aircraft and radius of turn are interrelated. If you are on a constant bank angle theta, if you increase the true airspeed, your R radius will also increase. If the radius increases, the rate of turn will decrease. What is the rate of turn? Number of degrees that you turn per minute. Rate 1 is 180 degrees per minute, which is 3 degrees per second. And for a rate 1 turn, the bank required is true airspeed by 10. That is 10% of TS plus 7 degrees. At 180 TS, 18 plus 7, 25 degrees bank angle will be required. 1.5 degrees per second is called rate half. 6 degrees per second is called rate 2, 3, etc. So this is the knowledge which you require basic knowledge which is required for the turns. And these questions are asked in navigation as well as technical exams. So at a constant theta, if you want to maintain the same radius, then you'll have to reduce your speed. Okay, if you want to maintain the same radius, maintain the same speed, but if you want to reduce the radius, then you'll have to reduce the speed also. Okay, so these three are interrelated. Okay, and the radius is related to the rate of turn, inversely proportional. You want to have a higher rate of turn, reduce your radius by putting more angle of bank, more theta. Okay, and V and R are interrelated with theta. Now, like, subscribe, and share Booty Aviation Training. And as I promised you, a lot more is coming up from yours truly, SK Booty. And Happy New Year once again, and happy landings, and enjoy yourself, and share the video with your friends.